Everyone and their fathers talk about making 10K a month with your AI agency until you actually sit down and look at what it's costing you to deliver the work. Because best believe that the 2K client you closed, you don't keep all of it. Newsflash, sorry, right? And I think this is something a lot of people don't talk about enough, because online everyone sort of loves glazing the revenue. You know, they say I signed a 3K client, I signed a 5K client, I'm at 20K a month. But then when you actually look behind the scenes, a lot of that money is getting eaten up by tools, API usage, random subscriptions, developers, failed tests, and platforms they don't even use the right way. Now, I'm not saying all of this to sort of scare you, because costs are normal in any business. But in AI, they can sometimes get out of hand really quickly if you don't, or if you're not keeping track of them, right? Now, the first one is API overuse. You build a voice agent or an automation or some sort of AI system for a client, and everything looks fine in the sort of demo. But then once it's live, the client starts using it, let's say, way more than you've expected it, and calls are longer than expected, prompts are heavier than expected, and suddenly the system is costing you or the client way more to run than the price that they have paid for. So before you ever sell the offer, you need to understand what the usage could look like and set limits around it. And not in a complicated way, just track usage per client, set caps, and make sure the client knows what's included and what counts as extra, right? Now, the second is unnecessary SaaS. And this is where people have Make, NA10, Zapier, Airtable, Go High Level, Vapi, Retail, Clay, Apollo, Notion, Slack, just random scraping tools, 4 different CRMs, and they don't even know which one is actually making them the money or which one they can use to cover all of it. Now, every tool feels cheap when it's $29 a month, but when you've got 15 of them sort of stacked together, your profit margins are so low, right? So the fix here is extremely simple. Every month, just look at your tools and ask, is this helping me deliver faster, sell better, or keep clients longer? If not, just cancel. You don't need it. And the third one is tool churn. Now, this is when you keep changing platforms every time a new tool comes out. And instead of building better systems, you're rebuilding the same thing in a new platform every 2 weeks. And I always stress, please don't chase the next AI trend. That kills time, kills focus, and usually creates more problems than it solves. So I'd always build in at least 20% margin of tool changes, right? Testing, overages, and things breaking, because they eventually will. And that's just part of running an AI agency, right? The goal is not to have zero cost. The goal is to know your costs properly, price around them, and stop letting random tools just eat up your profits. Because if you can control your costs, you control your paycheck, and eventually then you'll actually have more money to keep. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.